Hey there, I just thought I'd record a little guide that may help you with the Ishgardian extra crafts. I don't have them down perfectly, I have them down decently enough. I'm rank 7 Carpenter as of today. I'm probably going to go down because I actually haven't crafted any today. I've crafted a little bit, but, not much. But, all that aside, let's get into it. These are the stats I have before my food. For my food, I use high quality cunning crafts and syrup, high quality chili crab. This gives you a lot of CP, which is really good because that's really important for the crab. And we will be crafting an ice box. Let's get into it. Before I actually start the crafts, I just like to make note that there are new conditions. So first off, poor and excellent qualities have been removed for these crafts specifically. Aside from that, the new ones, pliant reduces CP costs by 50%. Generally, I want to use that on manipulation. And if manipulation is at 2 or lower stacks, I'll refresh it using pliant. It's a really good use of CP. There is also primed. Primed will increase the duration of a buff for 2 extra turns. This is mostly good with innovation. However, if you get it when you're first using manipulation, it's also very good there. Next one. Sturdy. Sturdy reduces durability loss by 50. When we're in the... I'll explain a bit more when we get there, but when we're in the quality building phase, we use that with preparatory touch to build inner quiet faster. And the last one, I keep forgetting what it's called, but it's the blue one. It increases your progress by 1.5. That honestly is the worst one in my opinion. It's not that hopeful. It can mess up stuff a lot, but it can also be useful in other situations. But anyways, the rotation. We always start with muscle memory, for my rotation at least. Now here, as you can see, I have no condition. If I'm feeling lucky, I can do veneration and then manipulation. It gives me one less chance with my muscle memory and one less chance with the veneration to get a success on rapid synthesis. Now, the reason we use rapid synthesis is to get the progress up higher, faster, right? It takes more materials, but overall you'll get more points in less time. So if I had, a ton of gil and, enough to get any materials I wanted, maybe I would do that, because overall that would probably lead to better crafts. But here we're just going to be safe. We're going to do manipulation and veneration. Now here, I use rapid synthesis. It succeeds. So we got pliant. That's pretty useless to us right now. But if for say we got the one that increases progress, I would not use rapid synthesis. I would use inner quiet. Because if rapid synthesis succeeded, it would finish the craft, which I don't want. But we didn't get that, so we're just going to go with another one. Okay, we got it. Oh, it's malleable. Yeah, that. Okay, so we got malleable, but we're under veneration, so we're not going to do anything for this turn. We're just going to set up inner quiet. Sturdy. Okay, so we have 1 stack of veneration left. I use careful synthesis here. This will get me at the progress I need to use basic synthesis to complete the craft. So from here out, we're on the quality phase. The first goal of this is we want to build inner quiet as fast as possible while minimizing CP use and durability. In addition, once I get to around 7 stacks, I like to set up innovation to start building quality early. So we have a normal. When it's normal, just prudent touch. Sturdy, we use preparatory touch. It ends up costing 5 durability, but overall builds inner quiet, so we waste less CP. Good, we use precise touch. Pliant, this is another great example. So what I was going to say is, here I have 35 durability, right? If I didn't get this pliant proc, I would probably use prudent touch until about 25 durability to try and get pliant, preferably pliant or primed on manipulation to minimize CP use. But we got it right away, so that's looking really good. So we use manipulation. A good proc. We use precise touch. another good proc. So normally here, if I didn't have the good proc and it was just normal, I would use innovation, so we'd start building uh, quality, but I would much rather have the good proc. And if you're at this stage, if you have 10 stacks, if I get a good proc, I just use tricks of the trade to get the CP, as I would rather have that. So we use innovation. We got a good proc. Here I will use it, as this will give us points and cost less CP. It costs 5 durability, but we are getting a lot of manipulation. And we're at high CCP, so I'm okay with just using it. Primed. Theoretically here, I could use innovation. That would give me 2 extra, but it's not really worth it. So in order to build quality here, I'm going to use observe and normally focus touch, and I'll try to do this as often as possible to build quality. If there's a good proc right after this, of course you just use precise touch. So we're primed again. At this point, I am going to refresh innovation and just go back to observe and focus touch. So we're looking low on durability here. I can manipulation, but that doesn't leave that much of the craft. I think I will end up using it. We'll see. I'm gonna go for another observe, see if we can get a pliant proc. A primed. Honestly, that's good enough. I'll use manipulation. I'd much prefer pliant, as I don't know if we're gonna get all the worth out of manipulation. So here, 113 CP. There's a couple of different ways to do this rotation, but we want to keep enough CP to make sure that we have great strides with innovation on Biogots. So here, I don't have a ton of CP, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use innovation, observe, and focus touch. So we have 70 CP. So I got a good proc here. What I'm actually going to do, I have 5 stacks of manipulation left, 2 of innovation. If I do wait focus touch again, I won't have enough CP to have innovation on that. So I'm going to just do a tricks of the trade, and we're just going to chill. I'm going to use hasty touch to try my best to get any points I can. And so we got another good. I think here I won't have enough CP if I use precise touch. So once again, tricks of the trade. So now I'm going to use innovation. And we should have enough CP to use a precise touch. So we have 25 durability left. That's perfect. We can get in one more hasty touch as we have 3 stacks of innovation. Didn't succeed, that's fine. There's great strides. And if you have extra stacks of innovation here, you can use weight to try and get a good proc on the quality. But obviously here, we only have 1 left, so we use Biogod's Blessing. Hit max, and now because earlier we got our progress done, we put all the work into the quality, and now it's as easy as pressing 1 button. Easy as that. So now I'm going to try and show another example. I'm going to go a bit faster this time. But just show some different things that can happen. Hopefully, at least. Normal. Okay, we got the good proc. Okay, we didn't. Okay, we did. We got a good proc here. So what I'll do is I would much rather have the CP than have the craft almost finished at this point, because we can wait for a whatever the blue one is that increases progress to proc, and then we just use careful synthesis at that time. So we use inner quiet. We start with the prudent touches. We got pliant. We have 1 stack of manipulation left, so I'm going to refresh it. That's very good. Sturdy, Preparatory Touch. It gets us up to 4 stacks. Malleable, that's what I was talking about. So we got Malleable. I'm going to Careful Synthesis. Now it's 1 hit in order to get to max. We got Sturdy, Preparatory Touch. We've got Pliant here. I'm not going to use that on anything other than Prudent Touch. Normal. So we're at 7 stacks, it's normal. I'm going to start with the Innovation now. Sturdy, Preparatory Touch. Once again, it's normal. And good, we'll just use this. Cost less CP. And we're getting good collectability at this point. We got another Pliant, a Manipulation, that's very good. We're sitting about 200 CP. So that means I'm going to Innovation, Observe, Focus Touch. Observe, Focus Touch. And as you can see, due to that taking 2 steps and we have Manipulation up, that doesn't really cost anything. So we're at 3,500 collectability. If I try and do the full, like, just Spyrogots now, it won't finish. But we have enough CP, 161. If we do the math, if you have enough CP like this, you can do Great Strides, Innovation, Observe, Focus Touch, Great Strides, and we got a good proc, which is, that's just luck, honestly. We Spyrogots, and as you can see, we got a couple Pliants in there, so we have a lot more CP left. That's besides the point. So here, we have leftover CP, we're 1 hit. Even though we have no Inner Quiet, we could still get the collectability up just a little bit, because there's no reason not to. Then we finish the craft. Third and final one, just, giving more examples. Pliant on Manipulation. I don't know how I'm getting so lucky. I'm just gonna Veneration there. Rapid Synthesis. Okay, we miss. We got it. Okay, we got it. We didn't get a proc. So here, we can safely use Careful Synthesis. Now it's 1 hit. We got a good proc, so we use Tricks of the Trade. Helps us get our durability back up. Inner Quiet. Now we start building our Inner Quiet stacks. And here, Manipulation did run out, but I'm at a high durability, so I'm going to try and see if I can get a proc. I didn't get a proc. That's fine. I'll use Manipulation now. I could have either used a Prudent Touch, but when you get down into 15 durability, it can be hard to manage. So we got Primed. We're going to use that on Innovation. Even though we're at less than 7 stacks, it gives it 2 extra steps, so it's worth it. We're just going to proceed with Prudent Touch. We got a good, we're going to use Precise Touch, Prudent, Pliant. We're at 4 stacks, so I'd rather just get a lower CP cost on this. Okay, we're now at 11 Inner Quiet. So here we have 2 stacks of Innovation up, sorry. I will Observe, and then Focus Touch. Sturdy, that's good. So here, there's a couple of different things I can do. I think I'm just going to Innovation, see if I can get a proc on Pliant. I didn't, so I'm just going to do it here. That's a bit greedy, but basically I was basing on I would either get a good or a Pliant proc. Alright, and so because I got a good, the last step of Innovation isn't wasted. Primed. Okay, so here we have a lot of steps of this left. We're not going to be able to use it all. We don't have a ton of CP. So this is where the other stuff comes in. So 80 minus 25 is 55 CP. We need 56 in order to use Spyrogot's Great Strides. And this is like a little bit of fault of my my melds, is I wish I had 1 more CP because this comes up a lot. So when you're looking at your melds and deciding if you want to change any, you can keep that in mind. So I'm just going to hasty touch. Try and see if there's a chance to build anything. We have enough CP, so I'm just going to wait to get a durability back. Got a pliant. This will be the last hasty touch. And there I also could have just done a standard touch. That's my bad. So great strides. God's blessing. And hasty touch just for kicks. And because, we got the progress all done, we finished the craft safely. So yeah, so that's about it. Basically, the recap is make sure you're using your procs well overall. Make sure that you get the progress high in the beginning. And if you need to just restart. Overall, it's much better use of your time that I've seen. And in the quality phase, get to inner quiet procs at 11 as fast as you can. Then just build quality with innovation using observe and your precise touch using your procs as needed to keep your quality up and your durability up so you don't fail the craft. And that's about it. Let me know if you have any questions at all. I'll be glad to answer them. And have a good one. Good luck.